Good evening, everybody. My name is Jodie Siemens. I'm from Taking Perspective. Thank you for joining me for this evening's webinar. Thank you to those who have joined me live tonight, and those who registered will obtain a copy of the webinar in an email, as well as a little bonus, which I'll talk about at the end. Excuse me. So, are our students ready? So this is about we're stepping into the first week of school and really sort of making sure that our students are in the right headspace as they're going into their first semester or term, and just keeping check on where they are as parents is what this webinar is really about. So firstly, I just want to talk about, do you know if your student is in a place of a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? So this is really about understanding what your students are actually thinking, what's going on in that head of theirs, because it can be really easy to identify other issues that they may be having, but it's really hard to identify issues that may be going on inside their head because a complete lack of visibility, and especially if they're not ones to be overly open with their emotions and feelings, it can be really hard to work out what exactly is going on for them. So if they really don't start at the beginning of the year with the right, I suppose, attitude towards their schooling and how their year is going to go, it really doesn't matter what they learn until they change their mindset around what they're doing, why they're doing it. And just really, it's about enjoying it. School's about being able to enjoy being educated. It's about being with peers. It's about having fun. And it's really about making sure that our students are in that right headspace. So here, your students will be challenged, and they're supposed to be challenged. So the trick for our students is to understand that they need to see the challenges as opportunities. So not setbacks, not failures. Challenges are purely about opportunities. And if you find that your student is worrying about things that pop up, little speed humps that pop up, they start making excuses, say, I can't do this, I just want to give up. This is where we really need to keep check on where their mindset at, because it really all does start purely with mindset. Oh, we've gone too far. Here we go. So, do you know what to look for as parents? Often, most parents are pretty in tune with their kids, and they know when their kids are going through something, which is a beautiful thing. But there's also a lot of, as I said earlier, a lot of kids out there that hide things really well, and you think that everything's going okay, but deep down things aren't okay, and we never see the signs. So a few things to take notice of when you're chatting with your student or your child, or you may even overhear them chatting with friends. Are they saying things like, just this is school related. So, I was never good at math. I'm terrible at English. I'm the worst at exams. I'm not smart enough. And these could even stem to things like, oh, I'm never going to lose weight. I'm not prettier as the other girls, or, I'll never be good at football, or I'm terrible at basketball. So these things, stem into so many different things. So if you're hearing your students saying things like this, or even possibly you might hear them say things like, I just need to figure it out for myself. I can be anything I want to be. I just have to try hard enough. If this doesn't work, I'll try something else. And they're in the mindset of failure equals feedback. So they see failure as an opportunity to learn how to do something different next time around, and what those differences are. And, make sure you sort of don't make the same mistakes twice. So depending on what you hear will depend on whether or not your student is in a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. So a fixed mindset is indicated by anything that you think about yourself, towards yourself, as self-limiting. So they tend to give up easily. They get discouraged when they make mistakes, want to give up. I can't do this. They get defensive when they get given feedback. They ignore the feedback, and they really just don't take on board what it is that's happening, and the fact that people are actually there to help them. They get quite defensive and just sort of build a wall around what they're doing. So that's a fixed mindset. So here's just a little picture here of, we just talked about fixed mindset, so we'll go back to that. It's limiting mindset. It avoids challenges. It gives up easily. It's threatened by other people's successes. The desire to look smart. Effort is fruitless. Ignores feedback and fixed abilities. That's the mindset when someone is fixed. So we'll go back to the other part. So a growth mindset is anything is possible, that they have the capacity to learn and grow new skills. So for example, they focus on the processes getting better. They see a mistake as an opportunity and a way of improving. So failure is feedback. They appreciate feedback and learn from it, because that's where they get their knowledge and their understanding of how to do better next. So if we just go back a slide to the growth mindset here, you'll see that growth mindset is freedom. It preserves in the face of failures. Effort is required to build new skills. You find inspiration in other people's successes. You embrace challenges. You accept criticism. You have a desire to learn, and you build on your abilities constantly. So that is very different, as you can see, from one to the other. Oh, yeah, here we go. So here, if they have a fixed mindset, the first step in helping your child or student is to help them reverse their mindset. So they need to change their way of thinking. And when they are thinking or saying things that are self-limiting, I'm not good enough for that, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. It's really about us as parents calling them out on it and reframing it and turning it into something positive. And that constant behavior from us, that pattern that we create around their mindset, helps them change their pattern in the way they think about themselves. So it's really about making sure that we're on top of, when we hear them say something that's self-limiting about themselves, that we are there to acknowledge that. And it's not about eliminating the emotion around it, because we need to teach them to lean into what their emotions are and what they're feeling, but it's reframing it and making them understand that, well, they can do anything that they want to do. But it does take action, and it takes them possibly having to work a little harder than what they're used to. So that's where we reframe it and go, you can do that, but you just need to be able to do this. And it's just the way we approach it as parents to help them move past their self-limiting beliefs. So having a growth mindset will help them develop their passion for learning, and they will no longer fear difficulties. And this isn't just about school, this is about life. These skills we take into life as adults. So you'll find your students might be seeking, if they've got a growth mindset, they'll seek out challenges, and they'll embrace them, because they're wanting to stimulate their mind. They're wanting to be forever growing in knowledge. So that's what a fixed mindset person is, and we can help them. That's what a growth mindset person is, and ways that we can help them change their patterns just by changing how they say things verbally, and being able to turn what they say about themselves around into something that's positive. So here, with the right mindset, you can accomplish anything. And I think that's really important for them to understand. And us as parents too, because it's tricky for us at the same time. So this is the iceberg metaphor. It's a very commonplace for us therapists when we're discussing thoughts and behaviours and the impact that they actually have on our mental well-being. So if you just bear with me, we can take this analogy and I'll just go through how questioning this analogy helps us change our mindset and will help you have the tools to help change your child and student's mindset. So here we have it. Visibly above, visibly above the waterline, you can see here it's at 10%. So this is where our behaviours sit. This is where our practice sit. Artifacts, music, food, anything that's observable to the five senses. So by that I mean visual, auditory, taste, smell. So these are the senses. So anything that is observable to our senses is in this top 10%. What's not visible is 90%, which you can just see below the waterline. And this is the opinions that we hold, the viewpoints, attitudes, values, convictions, and beliefs that we hold. And it's these things here on this 90% that affect what we observe with our five senses up here. And we create what we call biases towards certain things, beliefs that and values, attitudes that have been impressioned upon us, whether that be through our religion or our parents, our schooling, whatever it may be. Everything here that's created an impression on who we are is affected by what the top 10% is and how we observe the world. So by confronting these hidden beliefs with questions, we stand a much better chance of developing a growth mindset because we're challenging our thought patterns and putting our mental well-being in a place where we can challenge it and turn it around. So this is just the bonus I spoke about earlier. For those who are here or signed up for the recording, I have a PDF of just a mindset self-assessment. It's a quick and easy thing to do, 8 yes or no questions. It won't take long. You will get that in the email along with this recording, and you'll be able to just print that off and hand it to your student, your child, your partner, whoever, and just get a clearer picture of where their mind is. And that will help you also moving forward to give you a better understanding of what it is that you can help your child, student, partner, whoever you use it upon, moving forward. There we go. Okay, so can't really see that at the top there. Zoom has changed a few things. So just a few options for you who see this. I do hold 30-minute free coaching calls. If you have any questions about this session or any questions about just anything else, how I may be able to help yourself or your student. I also have there a one issue. It's a special on 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour coaching session for $97. You just book in a free coaching call and we'll hash over what you want that session to be about. And we just basically go over one issue that you will, your student may be having. So it's really about either working with you as a parent or working, introducing your student or child within the coaching call. And then when it comes to the 1.5 hour session, I just work one-on-one with the student. So depending on what the issue is, we can work around that. So that's a one-off special price that I'm offering at $97. I am also running a parenting program on how to connect with your teen. Parents helping their teens develop emotional intelligence and understanding the depth of our thoughts and the patterns that we create, and how we can go about changing them. So this is about us as parents being able to help our students navigate through this world. So this is a 6-week program. It'll be offered once a week for 6 weeks. It'll be a 2-hour session. It's $300 for one person, or $450 for a couple if mum and dad, or grandma, whoever the carer may be, want to attend. And also option 4, this is more for senior students. So this is a student workshop. I'm doing one online and face-to-face. That's a 3.5-hour workshop at $189 per student. And it's just basically helping students go through a little bit of mindset like we talked about today. It's also helping them to, develop effective study plans, being organised, and just being able to self-assess. We work on a little bit of exam anxiety, all those sorts of things. Follow the link down there and you'll be able to find all those also. Okay, so this is my social media. Please like and subscribe. Anything that you see on YouTube, follow me there. I put up lots of different webinars. A lot of them are directed at adults, but you will find that, if you go to the webinar on distractions, it's the same information. It doesn't matter whether it's used with adults or it's used with children. Distractions are distractions, and it's just about the cognitive thought patterns that sort of grow and develop slightly differently. But yeah, so I'm still uploading more directed at students, but there's lots there for us parents. You can join my Facebook group, so please come along and join that. You can also find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. Again, thank you all very much for being here this evening. Thank you for those who receive this recording. You will get, everyone registered will receive a copy in their email box. Again, this is Jodie Siemens from Taking Perspective, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Oh, there I am. See you guys. Oh, I'm waving. Can't see me. There I am. Bye.